There it is. We are live. What is going on, comic book homies and family? It's that time once again. 90 miles from comics. As always, I am your host, Chad, aka Y290. And for all the 90 holics that are getting ready to just hop right on in to the chat, YouTube is 90. And I want to thank everyone for being here. And of course, it's not a show without my brother, the captain himself of the Funk Ship Troopers, Captain Javier. What is going on, Javi?
What's going on, everybody? It's I, your conquistador, Javier, hanging out. Thanks for having me, Chad. Happy to be here.
Get out of here, Javi. The show wouldn't happen without you, bro. So it's a pleasure, as always, having you. And you guys know him. We all love him. It's the man himself, D-Hyde. What's going on, D-Hyde?
Heyo, just Wednesday. Got my comics, hanging with the boys. That's all that's up. That's all that needs to be up.
Nice, man. I love it. I love it. I want to thank you guys for being here. And just a real quick shout out to our boy, Highly a Comic Bro. He will not be joining us today. Unfortunately, he did lose a very close family member. So just our condolences out to him, and take all the time you need, brother. Whatever you need from us here on the channel, in the community, you let us know, man. We are here for you. But just real quick, our condolences to Highly a Comic Bro. We miss you this week, and we can't wait to have you back on and talk some comics, man. So appreciate him as always when he's on too, man. I'm gonna miss him. It's sad thing to hear what happened to him, but life happens, so you got to take care of that first. This YouTube and comic book thing is nothing when it comes to all that nonsense. So let's just once again, condolences, brother, and we'll see you soon. So
yeah, man, our love and support goes out to you for sure.
Yeah. So real quick, shout out to Jeff Comics 813, Luis Ramirez, Drayvon Doom, all up in the chat already. Appreciate you guys for being here. Anyone else that's hopping in, let us know. Say hello. We'd love to see you guys be part of the show. So as you guys know, we love talking comic books. That's why we are here. And I want to know what Hyde has been reading. So Hyde, let me hear what you've been reading, bro.
Oh, I'll tell you. All right. So first up in my picks of the week, from what I have read from the week, is Second Coming, the story of Jesus Christ being sent back to Earth and under the wing of a superhero to learn how to be like a real man, a real God, and God sent him down to learn from the superhero. So that's what that is. It's pretty great, actually. I kind of love it. I also was able to knock out Men of Wrath by Jason Aaron. This is a very strange Southern tale, just about a Southern hitman and people getting into crimes in the South. It really is just about that. And it's very strange thing by Jason Aaron and Ron Garney. That is Men of Wrath. It's very good. I recommend it. It's only like a 5-issue miniseries and it hits hard. I also read
the publisher on those two books?
Icon on Men of Wrath and
on Second Coming.
Oh, Second Coming was Ahoy Comics.
Ahoy Comics. It's
Ahoy
like
Comics.
The pirates. Ahoy.
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
And this is Unearthed by Colin Bunn on Image. And this is just a strange body horror thing reminiscent to Alien so far, but not bad, very good. The art's stunning. And I read issue 2 of Bad Reception, which I've talked about before on here. Second issue's good. It builds a lot more plot, and I love that art. It's pristine.
Yeah. Nice.
And yeah, that's it for me.
Nice. Well, as we wrap up our recent reads, everyone's going to choose like a pick of the week for themselves. So we'll get back to Hyde and see what his pick of the week was from last week. Javi, what you been reading, brother?
Same like Hyde. I've been going off the superhero genre a little bit and like tackling some indies. I don't have the books in front of me because I read these digitally, but I did read the plot #1. I believe that's Vault Comics, if I'm not mistaken. But the plot #1, it's this horror story, or at least it's leading up to be this horror story of this family where their parents, these two kids, the brother and a sister, their parents get killed and they have to go live with their uncle. And it's cool, the dynamic between the kids and their uncle, how they think he's like, they need more help, or he needs more help than they need help. But it's a very interesting read. I'm excited to see what happens in the next issue. A swampy horror monster type of book. So that's very exciting, especially for Halloween. Right on the right track for that. The plot #1. Go check it out. I also I caught up on Arrow, the Marvel series.
Huh.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's also not the greatest thing. It's I guess it's written by I guess it's translated like Greg. I think his name is Greg Pak. He does the translations for it. But there's two different stories. There's like the main story, and then at the last couple of pages, there's this secondary story. So that's kind of cool. You get like two stories in one. It's up to 3 issues right now. So it's cool. She's like a Chinese superhero, and it all takes place in Shanghai. So it's like a different scene, and she has these like wind powers, which you kind of question at times, but it's fun to see. And I was gonna say, I forgot what I was gonna say, but go check it out. Marvel Arrow. It's up to issue #3 right now, so issue #4 is coming out. And in the last issue, they introduced this like really cool character. So I'm excited to see where they go with that. The last book I read is Bad Reception by Aftershock Comics, and that's up to issue #2 right now. I think issue #2 came out last week, and that's as Derek said, we were talking before the stream, it's like an over the top kind of thing where the premise is kind of taken over the top. It's this group of friends that get together for a wedding, and one of the rules, or like the main gimmick for the wedding, is that they are cut off from their cell phones or from any sort of technology or anything like that. So they have like no internet access or like no communication to the outside world, and they're stuck in this like island, and it's supposed to be a good time. They're supposed to be hanging out, drinking, enjoying the festivities and the wedding and the celebration. And there's a murder that happens, and it just goes from there. And it's like a murder mystery kind of book, but it's really cool, man. I dug the first issue. There's a lot of like plot and storytelling, and in the second issue, things started to really kick off. So that's fun. I'm excited to see where that goes. That was Bad Reception, and I read issues #1 and 2. So #3 is coming out.
Right.
All right, sweet. Great stuff, Javi. Great stuff. And what's also great is we got some more incredible members of the community hopping in the chat. Shout out to Comic Books NYC. Shout out to John's Comics with Kids. Shout out to Stone Cold Steve Whiting. And also Poor Mike. Thank you guys for joining us, as it is a glorious new comic book day. And happy new comic book day to everyone that is on the panel, in the chat, and watching this on the rewind. All right, so to what I read last week. I only read 2 books last week. And the first book I read from last week was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 98, City at War. We are still on the road and on the path to issue 100. And once again, I love everything about this series. It doesn't get talked of enough. I got to get the guys, Who Dat, Comic Jabroni and C. Woodard back together for a little review and a half show because we got to talk about this issue. Some major things happen. You get some classic Turtle stuff happen. Of course, you get a classic Leo and Raphael fight where Raph's got to leave. That's not really a spoiler, right? Because that always happens. Raph just goes off on his own. So you get that classic thing right there. It's also cool how they incorporate Jenny, the new turtle, and they talk about a little bit more how she's acquired her attire, so to speak. So some cool stuff right there. And I like how they incorporate the other characters in the world that are going on. And if you're a fan of the 90s show, you'll love everything that's happening in this. So definitely go check it out if you haven't yet. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 98. Once again, it was only one of the 2 books that I've read last week. And of course, as everyone else read last week, Powers of 10, issue number 5. And I enjoyed this issue. I know a lot of people, I guess, weren't really digging it, but I thought it was, awesome. I like everything that Hickman's done so far. I'm super excited to read what happened today. Unfortunately, I did not get to read what happened today because I've been a little preoccupied, I've been a little busy. But yeah, man, definitely dug everything that has been going on. We know we are getting closer and closer to the wrap up of the series, and I'm all on board. I've reread everything, back through like single issue, so to speak, like in the order they've come out. And yeah, man, what Hickman has done, just great stuff, bringing back everything we've wanted as X-Men fans. So definitely check it out for yourself if you haven't yet. And I'm excited to see what today's House of X, what is it, issue number 6? Yeah, it's the last one. And then we got
the last one. And
then we got one more Powers of 10. So great stuff, man. So shout out to our drummer Juice. Juice is in the building.
What's going on?
So Juice, we got to have band practice soon because I did get hit up for a gig, possibly at the Rec Room in Fort Lauderdale on Friday or Saturday. So we got to start rehearsing again. So it's been put out on the airwaves now, 90 miles from Cuba, getting back together in the studio, going to start rehearsing, hopefully be playing shows near you. How's that sound, Javi?
That sounds perfect, man. You heard it here first.
Yeah, the community will probably see less of us on the air once that start happening, because once we start gigging, man, it's too much fun,
That's right.
All right, man. So we're going to go ahead, read of the week. Each of us, your pick of the week from last week, from what you read. I don't know if you got yours ready, Hyde. I don't know if you got yours ready, Javi. But
I got mine.
Javi, go ahead. What was your read of the week last week?
Let me pull this up here because I can do this, actually. We've got the technology.
The technology. You got to love technology when it's working for you, because when it's working against you, it's terrible. Shout out to Dark Mufasa, my MCE family, joining us in the chat. Thank you, brother. All right,
thanks everybody in the chat.
Javi's pick of the week, The Plot. Wow, that's a cool cover too, man.
Yeah. Comic Books NYC, Steve Whiting, Poor Mike, thanks for hanging out. Juice, of course. Yeah, man, this is The Plot. This is my pick of the week. It's a good horror story, and the art is very nice, very detailing, meshes well with the story, and they don't waste any time. Like I said earlier, good storytelling, man. The Plot.
All right, awesome.
So The Plot has a solid plot. Huh?
Hey.
Hyde, what was your read of the week?
I gotta say, it was Second Coming. It was Second Coming. This is a really funny, strange thing, and Mark Russell knocks it out of the park. So I recommend this heavily. Brought you up an open mind. You'll like it, probably.
Sweet. Now, my read of the week from last week, as much as I love this, I am gonna say the Turtles fan loves this more. So I'm gonna say read of the week, pick of the week. Nice. And actually, because I want to push this out there, man. Everyone's already reading that. I don't even have to pick that be my read of the week, because I know that most of everybody in the community has already read Powers of 10, and House of X. So my read of the week from last week, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 98. Go check out this run, man. City at War. Great stuff, man. Love it. I love it. All right, so with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and hop into a little spec talk from here, fellas, if you don't mind.
Go for it, bro.
All right, so little comic book spec. Let me go. Actually, there is one book I want to pull off from the side here. I know it's still here because I talked about it a few weeks ago, and we're gonna bring it up again because not necessarily this book, but there was speculation and talk that it was possible for the next villain in Captain Marvel, in the second Captain Marvel movie, would have been Deathbird, and that's the first appearance of Deathbird is Miss Marvel issue number 9. I talked about that a few weeks ago, but because of, the spec talk and the rumors, I started looking into some things. There's also some speculation and some talk on the villain possibly being Skrull Queen, and that is New Avengers 40. So nice. If you guys have not heard or checked this out yet, New Avengers issue number 40, the first appearance of, I think it's like Creon or Keon, something like that. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but she is the Skrull Queen, and there is some rumors out there saying that she could possibly be the villain in the next Captain Marvel movie. So New Avengers issue number 40, go look for it. You can find it out there in dollar bins, I'm sure, and back issues. A lot of people, it's not really a hot book right now. You can definitely find it for cover price. I would tell you, check your LCSs. It's got to be out there. So, like I said, a little speculation on Captain Marvel number 2 on possible villains. Miss Marvel number 9, Deathbird, and New Avengers issue number 40, Skrull Queen. Now, what is cool about this book, you got that Chung cover. Come on, man. That's just a beautiful cover regardless if if they don't even use it as a villain. So I would definitely tell you, go add this to your collection. Some great comic book hunting in your future. All right. Sorry, as I fix my mic there.
Definitely an awesome cover.
Right? It's a sick cover. So, yeah, the first appearance of Skrull Queen. And like I said, possible rumor out there that she might be the villain in Captain Marvel number 2. Or you might see Deathbird. These are two, books I'm just specking on. 2 very easy, affordable keys. You can go find them now before it gets confirmed. You know what I'm saying? So the next book I'm going to show here. All right, man. I'm torn a little bit. You know what? I guess I'll just do this one because this might be the hotter book to be looking out for. And I probably should show this one last, but I don't know. I'll show the slab last, right?
Slab last.
Yeah, I guess, the next book, the last book I'm going to spec on, I picked up slab. So, all right. So this right here is New Mutants issue number 5. And this is the first appearance of Elixir. And this is the mutant that can give and or take life. So with everything that's been going on with this House of X, Powers of 10, and anyone that's reading it, we all know kind of sort of what's happened with things along that nature, so to speak. So this book is starting to see some eyes. It doesn't necessarily have legs. You can definitely still find it in back issue bins. I don't know if you'll be able to find it for cover price. You'll probably find it anywhere, probably that $10 to $15 range right now. And because of it was probably around. It probably came out around the same time as that New Avengers run, and that New Avengers run was definitely hot with Bendis writing it. So higher print run on that. So definitely you can find those. This was around the same time. definitely wasn't as hot as that. So definitely a lower print run and might be the better book to invest in the long run, so to speak. And who knows, with everything that's been going on with Hickman and the X-Men and what's going to transpire after that. And of course, what can be happening with the X-Men inside the MCU in movies. So definitely a good character to kind of, have in the collection. A nice book. Once again, very affordable. I mean, you can find that other book anywhere between cover price to like at max maybe what I would say. Oh no, I got it over here. Like I would tell you $8 for this one. This one you're going to see that $10 to $15 range, but definitely great character to kind of just have in your collection. The first appearance of Elixir, New Mutants, number 5, and this is, I want to say, the third volume or second volume. It was like 2005 when this came out. Don't quote me on that one. I'm bad on that. I'm just, trying to do some homework and trying to find some spec talk for you guys. All right, so the last thing I'm going to be specking on, in which I was able to pick up today, and I picked up all these books actually at Phil's Comic Shop down here in South Florida. So shout out to Phil's, shout out to Brian, Take the Time Collectibles, because he helps run that place and always just taking care of me on books and stuff like that. So shout out to them, thank you. But the last book I'm gonna spec on is Thor 137, right? And I picked this up slab 7.0. Which is super nice. It was too good of a price not to pick up. I was just saying. Yeah, so this is the first appearance of Ulick. Yeah, Silver Age slab, bro. I'm ready for some Silver Age Sunday, Javi. You already know, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, man, beautiful book. First appearance of Ulick, and this is a character that is rumored to possibly be the villain in the upcoming Loki series. So you have that going for it, which this is a very cheap, very affordable book. You can find this on the low. And for a Silver Age book and an awesome battle cover, by the way, between Thor and Ulick on the cover, definitely some great, I believe it's Jack Kirby, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Stan Lee story, Jack Kirby goodness, brother. Come on, man. You got to love this action
What year is that?
67?
That's awesome, man.
So... yeah, man. So Ulick, rumored to possibly be the villain in that Loki, TV series. And this is also just a great character because he has multiple great fights with Thor throughout history. If I'm not mistaken, he is like the king of the rock people. He's like the rock god of I forget exactly of the race, but yeah, he's got multiple fights with Thor, and he also goes toe to toe a lot of time with Beta Ray Bill. So if that ever gets brought into light, definitely a villain that they could use on the big screen. But once again, there is some speculation that he could be the villain in the upcoming Loki series. So this is Thor issue 137. You can definitely find this Silver Age key for a nice low price right now, and I would tell you get on it before it gets announced, because once it's officially announced, you already know it'll go from probably a near mint, I would say $50 to $60 book to $100 plus book after that once they announce it, and I'm just throwing out crazy numbers there, but you can find this probably I would say in the higher end in that $50 to $60 range. So, but once again, don't take my word for it. Go out, hunt for it. Go look for yourselves. Go look them up on Go Collect and do your own homework and research. I'm just throwing you what I think. So, Thor 137.
Great cover too, man.
Yeah, it is.
Cover. All the ones that you showed off are just awesome covers alone.
Yeah, appreciate that, Javi. New Avengers issue 40, the first appearance of Skrull Queen. We also have New Mutants issue number 5, the first appearance of Elixir. And you know what? Might as well just show this one again. We have Miss Marvel, the first appearance of Deathbird, which these two are the ones rumored to possibly be the villains in Captain Marvel, Deathbird, and Skrull Queen. And Elixir right now, with everything that's happening with X-Men, great book to have. She can bring life and destroy life. And then the last book, once again, Thor 137, that Silver Age slab goodness, the first appearance of Ulick, rumored to possibly be the villain in the upcoming Loki TV Disney Plus series. So go check it out. Add it to your hunt list if you like what you saw. Let me know what you thought about the spec section this week. If you're catching this on the rewind, leave me a comment below. And if you guys haven't already in the chat, hit that thumbs up button for us. We'd greatly appreciate it. And that was my little spec talk this week.
Sweet, man.
Yeah, man.
I think besides that Thor and the Captain Marvels, I know I have that New Avengers. I like 90%, 80% sure I have that New Mutants because I collected that whole New Mutants run back in the day when they were super cheap. So that now that you're saying that that's a spec book and that's the first appearance of that character, that's awesome. I didn't even know that, man. That's great.
Yeah, man. I mean, of course, that New Avengers run it was a hot run then, and it's definitely stuff that they probably might pull storylines out of with the MCU. So it's definitely things that's right up the alley that they want to use in the movie. So if it's already in your collection, awesome. If not, go out and find them, man, because you can find them in your LCSs, bro. I was actually able to find all these 3 books today, very reasonably priced. I didn't spend, I only think I didn't spend more than $50, bro. Which is crazy. So definitely go check it out. And yeah, man, thanks for listening. And I love this cover too, man. I think that's why I had to show it last, man. Just some awesome Silver Age goodness right here.
It's a 60s book and it's a 7.0, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, right.
And you got it for super cheap.
So, but all right, guys. So that will come to everyone's favorite time. Javi's variant corner, stash or trash, where we're gonna stash or trash some upcoming variants. Javi, are you ready this week?
I am ready. Let's do this. Actually, I need to the. Oh, my bad. Go for it.
No, I was gonna say shout out to Bake the Snake for joining us in the chat. Comic Man Andy, what is going on? And thanks, Dark Mufasa, on the specs. And I'm trying. I'll say this: it's getting harder and harder every week to come up with some speculation talk. And then instead of just making it one book, I'm trying to expand a little bit on it to kind of make the segment a little longer, so to speak. So, but yeah, I'm trying. It's getting harder. And if anyone's got any spec ideas or they're specking on anything themselves, hit me up on the IG, man, and let me know because I would love to get some more knowledge on what is possibly going to pop next out there. So, all right, Javi, stash or trash? Enough of my babbling, bro.
No, good specs for sure, man.
I appreciate it, Javi. Thank you, brother.
Let's do this, stash or
Let's
trash.
Do this.
The 90 MF Comics variant corner here. You know the drill. I show off a book, talk about it a little bit, and as I talk about it, you let us know in the chat if you're going to stash it or trash it. I'm going to kick it off with Marvel this time. I showcased Greg Horn last week. This is a showcase to Jason Scott Campbell. Kicking it off nice and sexy. This is a set of 5. I believe the last 3 are sold out already, but I think he did a era theme on these. This is amazing. The Amazing Mary Jane that's coming out October 23rd.
Okay.
That's the 90s one. I think the 90s one's my favorite.
Can you go back to the other one?
This 2000s. It's Jason Scott Campbell. You can get these on his website, jscottcampbell.com. 80s, 70s with the spider bug in the background, and 60s.
Yeah, man, you gotta stash all of these, right? If you're just getting one, I feel like it's a whole set.
Well, you can get A and B, which are these two, the 2000s and the 90s. You can get A and B, $42, or if you want them signed, $52 on his website. If you just want one, you can get it for $15 or $20 signed. So if it was the A or B for me, I think I'd have to go with the B, and I'll stash the B.
That's A, right? Or that's B?
This is the B.
All right. And where's A again? Okay. I would go B as well.
That one's A, right? And the other one's B? They're both trash. Trash.
So it's a little showcase for Jason Scott Campbell doing what he does best. Drawing different women in different poses. Here we have Immortal Hulk number 25.
Oof. Now, I'm not sure if this is the conclusion, not the conclusion. I've been talking to people, and there's so many things. This thing is so up and down, so to speak. So I'm not sure if it's going to be the end, but I hope not, because I love everything about this run. I think Al Ewing kills everything about it. But, yeah. So, but this is a cool variant. I dig it.
So, yeah, that was the rumor that it was going to end at 25. And then recently, I guess like 3 weeks to like a month ago, people have been saying that it's going to be continuing.
Yeah, because they've been showing, I think, like previews for like 26, 27, and 28, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. This is issue number 25 as they are marketing it, the groundbreaking double-sized issue. It's going for $5.99. This is the Andre Sorrentino 1 in 25 variant. So your comic book shop will probably mark it up quite a bit, but it's the 1 in 25, so it's more reasonable. They do have a 1 in 50 that by Ron Lim that's coming out.
Oh.
But I decided to showcase this one, the 1 in 25.
No, I dig it, man. Sick. And you know that Alex Ross cover is going to be beautiful too.
Oh, so, yeah, that one with Hulk in the background. It's like eternity.
And, I mean, I'll say this. The first book in the entire run that will probably be higher than the $3.99, retail. So I have no problem paying that, $5.99 you said, Javi?
Yeah, it's double-sized.
So I have no problem paying that because they haven't done that to us at all. But also from the beginning, and shout out to Hyde, because Hyde from issue number 1, and he actually did an article on it at sequentialplanet.com. I don't know if it's still up there. You guys can go check that out. But since issue 1, he's been on Immortal Hulk. So I know he'll be on this as well. And come on, we're going to get double the issue.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. So and we all know it came out today. So I'm excited to read what came out today. But I'm stashing this one, guys. I don't know about you guys in the chat.
Yeah.
Stash for sure.
Stash for sure, right? Come on. Beautiful cover. That's the whole painting aspect of it as well. Banner walking up the Hulk. Woo.
Yeah, definitely. Because we haven't had Banner, right?
What do you mean? Like on covers?
No, not on covers. I guess like we've had a lot more Hulk.
Yeah, but Banner's been on covers.
Yeah. Or like in the issue. In the story.
No, it's been a little combination of both.
Yeah.
Because, there's a couple, one of my favorite couple pages and few panels is when Samson's, going through the desert with Banner on his back to the original, site.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're running out of time because nightfall is happening, and he's like, yeah, I got to go, And I think it was issue 16 when that happens, man. But I love everything about the series. Definitely one of my favorite reads. And I think it's definitely, it's the first title to outsell Batman in a very long time, because Batman's been the number 1 selling comic book for years. And Immortal Hulk it started to outsell Batman. So that should tell you something, man. Great. Yeah. If you haven't read it. Yeah, Perry, I said it. Great read.
Immortal Hulk, number 25. Andre Sorrentino, 1 in 25 variant. Check it out.
We're losing viewers as I just talk about it. Sorry, it's all right.
So, okay. Here we have Marauders. This is Marauders number 3. This is a Yi Young Lee, also another 1 in 25 incentive cover. Marauders is a new X-Men series that's coming out. This is showcasing Kitty Pryde and Lockheed, her dragon, on the cover. I think this is an awesome cover.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if
It's not really up my alley, so I'm trashing this one. Sorry, Javi.
That's all good. I'm not. I think it's the final product. But yeah, man, this is a stash for me. I'd stash this one.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with Javi. It's very stash. Very stash.
This is Marauders number 3. This is coming out. You have quite a bit of time until this comes out. This comes out December 4th. The Yi Young Lee 1 in 25 variant by Marvel.
I mean, I like how she's like coming in and out of the cover, so to speak. But what I just don't like how, I don't know, there's just something about it looks too animated in a sense for me. You know, it looks very video game like.
Looks like, like she's glossy like a balloon or something, or like very reflective.
And that's why I'm trashing it. So, not my cup of tea.
Yeah, and her hair is kind of square. I could see that for sure.
Yeah. And don't be afraid, for anyone in the chat, don't be afraid to let us know. And anyone watching this on the rewind, stash or trash us in the comments, man. Let us know what book that you would stash or trash in your comment below.
Moving on to DC. This came out actually today, but it's still available. This is DC's number 5 by Ryan Brown.
Ooh.
This is some zombie Wonder Woman action going on.
Yeah, I'm not really too big a fan of these, but
that
one's very good.
Yeah, I'm not. I was just gonna say I'm not a fan of Deceased. I'm not really a fan of the whole zombie thing, but this is a beautiful cover.
Yeah, man, I'm with you on that.
I'm
Ryan Brown
for sure.
This is comicselite.com. Rick, shout out to Rick. He says stash. This one's sick. Ryan Brown exclusive. They also are calling this the NYCC exclusive. Comics Elite. This came out today. Deceased number 5. They had a couple different versions. They had this one, then they had like a black and white, and then they had like a good girl version where she's not like a zombie. But yeah, I'll take the zombie one all day. Stash for me.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm stashing it as well.
Deceased number 5, Comics Elite exclusive by Ryan Brown. Go check out their website. Still available. Coming out in October 16th, we have this Tales from the Dark Multiverse. Batman Nightfall, number 1.
I'm trashing this garbage.
This is a Matina variant.
Is this are we in 1998?
Yeah, I'm trashing this one. Just, I mean, as beautiful it is from like an artistic standpoint, I just don't like this whole medieval Batman. Not, you know what I mean? Just like, I'm just not cool with it.
Definitely medieval for sure. We have Batman's cowl like in the forefront, like on a stake or something. I don't even know what that is. But the guy in the background is like this armored, taloned, flaming sword wielding, weird looking Batman type figurine.
Yeah, you're right. It is Talon. Didn't even realize that. It's like Talon, Batman. comic.
Yeah, like he has some like weird claws. But it's it's interesting. This is like I said, a Matina variant. Matina usually comes out with some good art.
Who's writing this? Yeah, because this is linked to something. Because there is some, isn't there some multi-universe, from alternate universe where he becomes the head of the Talon?
I'm not 100% sure, but I know that there are some other covers.
Of course, it's Snyder. Of course,
it's Kyle Higgins with Scott Snyder and Javi Fernandez on the art.
Oh man, I might have. Damn. All right. You know what? The more I think about it, I might have to read this.
So yeah, I mean, this is just the variant. This is the Forbidden Planet exclusive variant. So I'm sure the story will be good.
You know what? Can I retract my trash and stash this?
For the story or for the cover?
I think the more I look at it and the more I think about it, I guess because of the story. And Kyle Higgins, I did enjoy what he did with that whole Power Rangers, Shattered Grid thing. So that might be cool. And he's teaming up with Snyder. So that might be interesting. I do like, and I was talking about this today at the comic book shop. Like, I have not been a total fan of like Snyder's stuff as of late. I feel like he does a lot of, when he does his own stuff that isn't like, I guess, related to the DC world. Like, I think what he's doing right now with this, Last Laugh thing is pretty cool because it's, one, it's connected to what he did to New 52 and all that. And it's not connected to the DC lore in a sense. So he can kind of like have fun with it. And if it's part of the, the Black Label, that would even be even cooler. And this seems like another title that it's going to be more or less where there's not going to be too many ties or too many rules that he's going to have to follow. He can kind of just like go out there. And I think the more creative that he can be, the better stories he has. Because, if you read Black Mirror, that's a great story as well that he wrote.
Yeah, Batman Detective Comics. Yeah.
So, and I mean, I guess that was DC lore. But I think outside of that, like, he does a very good job when it's like, his own world building. I guess that was a better way to explain that. So,
definitely his own alternate, like this weird alternate fantasy universe of Batman. And fantasy, not like, Dungeons and Dragons, but like this whole horror fantasy take on Batman. It's crazy. Last Night on Earth.
Yeah, so, I gotta say, dump that in the trash.
No, for sure. I hear you. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of just convinced myself to
Yeah, you did totally. You went complete 180 on that.
Yeah.
I'm standing firm.
Batman.
Yeah, it might be the Higgins-Snyder team up, man.
I like Higgins too, but I just can't shake that idea.
No, I hear you.
There's another variant for this one that I'm going to show off next week. It should be next week that I have planned up. Tales from the Dark Multiverse, Batman, Nightfall, #1. Forbidden Planet exclusive. Go check it out on their website. This is the last DC book to show off Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy. This is issue #3. They have 2 covers. I decided to show off this one. It's a Unknown Comics exclusive. The artist goes by Ejikur. Ejikur, Singaporean artist. I like the classic Harley on this. They had one with like the new version of Harley.
Yeah, it does look nice. I don't know. I can't make up my mind.
I feel I'm exactly right there with you, Hyde. Actually, on it. You know what? I'm going to join Steve on this one. I'm going to stash it because I think the Harley looks really cool. I think Harley looks great. I know it seems like she's like in a weird pose, but I don't know. I like the whole animated series inspiration with it, with a modern type of flair. So that's why I'm stashing it. And even the more I look at it, even Ivy's got that animated series like inspiration. So I'm digging it. Stash it.
Definitely very animated series inspired. This is limited to 500 copies, and it comes with a numbered certificate.
Super limited too, man.
Yes,
it's definitely going to be a book that will be hot.
Yeah, you get this a nice copy, slab it up.
Soft stash.
Soft Stash.
Soft
Coming out.
Stash.
Yo,
Coming out November 13th, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, number 3, Unknown Comics exclusive. We got 3 indie books. The first one is one book that I know Chad is reading and everybody should be reading. It is TMNT 100.
hell yes. I'm stashing that cover all day.
This is an awesome, awesome cover.
Where is it? It has to be an exclusive, Javi. I know you. And where is this an exclusive at?
This is 789comics.com. That's the number 7 and the word 8, like ATE, and then the number 9comics.com. 789 comics. It's TMNT 100. John Jiang Virgin variant. Limited is 600 copies. You can get this for around $26.
That's crazy.
Yeah, $25.77 to be exact.
Sick.
Awesome, awesome cover, man.
I love everything about it. Can I just say that?
For sure.
Yeah, I'll stash it. Pretty cool.
This is by, of course, IDW, TMNT 100. Go check it out. They have a whole bunch of variants coming out for this super big milestone of theirs. Moving on to another indie series. This is by Ablaze Comics.
Oh, that's cool.
This is also another book that came out today. This is Vampire State Building, number 1.
Go ahead and stash this one too, bro. This is a great cover. Great homage cover.
This is by Alan Qua. Tomb of Dracula, number 10, homage variant. You can also pick this up at 789comics.com. And I thought the premise of this book was kind of funny. It's like a birthday party or like a friends gathering at the Empire State Building, and the guy goes all the way to the top, and then he finds out that his friends were murdered by a vampire horde. And the way that they wrote it on the websites and stuff, it was like 102 stories to fight vampire. Like, it was a very cheesy, corny. But this cover is cool, man. I like it. I dig it. It's a homage to the classic Tomb of Dracula Blade cover. Vampire State Building, number 1.
There's something about it that I don't know why, but it's bugging me, and I have to put it in the trash. It's good,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I dig it. I'm stashing it. I like your honesty, though. What about you?
I think it's I would stash this just for the homage. I like homage variants. There's something of there. It gives this series gives me like a cabin in the woods type of horror comedy kind of type of thing. Last book we have Billionaire Killers, number 1. Alexis Zarat. This is cool, man. I like some colors, and there's skulls on it.
Oh yeah, I gotta stash this.
Yeah, I'm gonna stash it too. I think it's cool.
I think it's cool just for the colors alone. This will definitely pop.
For sure.
And it's a cover B. Coming out November 6th, Billionaire Killers by Black Mask Comics. Colorful cover. Like I said, it's a cover B, so $3.99. Tell your local comic book shop to put this on your pull list. Might A-OK this to Hialeah just for the skulls alone.
I hope he doesn't watch, because now he knows. You should have told us off air.
It's all right. It's all right.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm stashing this one. Let's go. Javi, you killed it this week. A ton of stash. I trashed that one. Stash.
And then, of course, all the amazing
I mean, I like them all, so I would stash them all. But definitely, if I had to choose one, it would be that B. Oh, actually, go back. I like that one though too.
Yeah, man, they're all super nice.
I love the one with Venom and she's in the '80s workout outfit. Come on, bro. Killed it.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Javi. Great stuff by Javi in the variant corner, stash or trash. So, Hyde, did you make it to the store today?
Yes, I did.
All right, so let's see what you picked up and let the people know what you got going on this week before we get out of here.
Well, I will not be doing a Punisher show tonight. I am exhausted, and I do not have it in me. So I will either pick that up sometime. I'll pick that up sometime this week, or just again next Wednesday. So be on the look for that, and yeah, be on the look for other things. I can't think right now. I'm very exhausted. So let's get in. Just follow me. Subscribe to my channel, Derek Hyde. You got that?
Yeah, I got that.
All right. So I picked up Grendel, Devil's Eyes.
Nice.
By Matt Wagner. Came out today. Just figured to jump on that. I've always liked what little of Grendel I've read, and Matt Wagner's back on it, and it's been like 30 years. Let's check it out. Let's see what he's up to. Sad to say that I believe this is the last issue of the Green Lantern series by Grant Morrison for now, at least season 1. And yeah, I'm upset. I'm probably never going to finish it and read it, so the series goes on forever. And next up, Savage Avengers. Awesome cover that I gotta say I love.
Awesome.
Frank and Conan fighting some dragon snake beast. What's not to love about that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, who doesn't love that actually?
And now we got another Punisher and with another amazing cover. Marvel do with the amazing covers this week. So, yeah.
Punisher 16, nice.
Punisher 16, yeah. Rosenberg. And
Rosenberg is still on it, right?
yeah, he's still doing it strong.
Sweet.
And I'm sure we'll be seeing this beautiful cover from Immortal Hulk 24.
Woof.
Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's such an awesome cover.
And an awesome read.
Yeah.
So awesome stuff.
And Daredevil.
Hey, you gotta have that, right?
Yep. And I also had some stuff hit me up in the mail recently. Let's roll through that.
Hyde came ready this week. Look at that.
Volume 2 of Beasts of Burden. I believe
Nice.
It's called Neighborhood Watch. Yeah, hardcover. Came out this week. Got my hands on it. Yeah, I'm going to be finishing out this series sooner than later, I hope. I love this thing. I love this thing so much. It's one of the better things I've ever read. And 11 Rockets, Volume 1, Maggie and the Mechanic. Never read this 11 Rockets before, been wanting to. And here we go. And yeah, that's that. That's for me.
Awesome, Hyde. Thank you, brother, for all that you do for the channel. Appreciate you. And we'll be on the lookout for when you bring back that Frank Castle talk, brother.
Yeah, probably, yeah, next week.
All right. Well, rest up. Hope you get that rest and hope you feel better, man. And as always, we'll see you next week here as well, man. Yeah. So, Javi, have you picked up anything? I know you didn't make it out to the shop today, but have you picked up anything, lately?
I didn't make it out to the shop today. I got 2 books that were gifted to me to read. I do have to give them back, I should say. But this is going to go through the South Florida YouTube comic book community. This was lent to me, thankfully, by Derek. Thank you so much, man.
Very
Rover Red Charlie, published under Avatar. This is by Garth Ennis and Michael DePascale. It's a story about 3 dogs that are going through life after the apocalypse. And as you can tell, the humans are in the background, burning and bleeding and doing their thing.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to read this, and Hylia said that he hasn't read any Garth Ennis, so after I read this, I'm going to lend it to Hylia.
Nice.
Yeah, please.
Also got to read through this. Derek also lent me this.
Oh, yeah.
All-Star Superman, Grant Morrison, Frank Quietly. Grant Morrison's weird take. I don't want to say weird. Grant Morrison's alternate take on Superman.
It's the least weird thing he's ever done, really.
And just because it's October and it's the second day of October, I got to show off this Living Mummy. Check that out. Number 7, some Bronze Age horror. Look at these guys. Look at these folks just freaking out in the front cover. Back from the tomb.
Nice. You gotta love it.
Supernatural thrillers, Marvel Bronze Age, number 7. October, man.
Yo,
check out my Instagram. I'll be posting a lot of every day a new October book. Oh, and also, thank you if I forgot, the Conquistador Silver Age Sunday. Chad will be there hopefully this Sunday. Confirmation.
I'm hoping I can be there. I feel like I should be able to make it.
All right. If you're not there, then we'll have you on for sure 1 week. Check out the Conquistador. We do every Sunday, 1 p.m., Silver Age Sunday. We showcase some comic books and talk with the mightiest panel of them all. Oprah Boys Book Club.
Oprah Boy?
It will be happening tomorrow, but it's usually every Thursday around 7 to 8 p.m., anytime around that time slot. We started up every Thursday, Oprah Boys Book Club, the Conquistador Comic Book Club, where we pick a series and read it and do some deep dives. So check that out. And check me out here every Wednesday, 9 a.m. of Comics. And I think that's it. Thank you, guys.
Awesome, Javi. Thank you, brother. And I was going to say, in the spirits of Halloween, we should all read The Long Halloween. It's a great Batman read, and then maybe we should just have a show and review it.
Yeah, so, man, I have it, and it's been a really long time since I've read it, so yeah, I'm super about it.
Maybe that's something we got to do. All right, guys, let's get into what I picked up today for New Comic Book Day. As you guys saw earlier, I picked up those spec books today, so I don't need to show those off again, but you guys saw them. So if you just get into the show now, go check it on the rewind. But yeah, I picked those up today, and then of course my New Comic Book Day pickups. The final issue, House of X, issue number 6. Of course, got to see what happens. Super excited to see how this is concluded. And then we only got one more that will give us the big final conclusion, as it will then disperse out into multiple X-Men titles once again. And then we'll see what that is all about. So I'm excited to see where this is going to lead to. So Hickman, you got my attention. Next thing we got here, Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 6. If I'm not mistaken, this is the last and final issue. You know how to get that Eastman variant. Ooh, come on, man, with a little crane on it. And finally, it all goes down right here. Final issue. So you're definitely going to check it out. Excited to read it. Another book that enough people aren't talking about, Old Man Quill, issue number 10. This is a sick cover as well. I love everything about this book. Ethan Sachs has been killing it from Old Man Hawkeye. So definitely, if you haven't read it and checked it out, add it to your pull. But super excited to see what's up with this one. And then 2 more books to show you guys. We got Immortal Hulk issue 24, as Hyde showed off some awesome Alex Ross goodness. And I'll be reading this as soon as we get off. And then I started reading this, and I'll be finishing it when I get off. But that's that Absolute Carnage Immortal Hulk. And this takes place right after Absolute Carnage issue number 3. So if you haven't read it yet, do not read this, because this will spoil all of that. So that was my pickups for today. And I guess just real quick, I got them here. Why not? We'll show them off one last time. We have that New Mutants issue number 5, because I found that today. First appearance of Elixir. Hot Spec Talk right there. And we also have that New Avengers issue number 40. Found that today as well at Phil's Comics. Thanks for all the love. And last but not least, this is probably my favorite pickup of today. Thor 137. 7.0, first appearance of Ulick. Those are your hot spec books of the week. I picked them up today as well. So, guys, you already know YouTube is 90. And you can find us here next Wednesday for all the hot comic book reads, the hot speculation talk, the stash or trash variant corner. And you already know Slapdown is coming back very, very soon. So make sure you got that bell notification rung. So that way, when it pops off, you already know when the Slapdown's going down. So until next week, guys, go get your books. Thank you for being here. I want to thank Hyde, Javi. Once again, shout out to High Lucha Libre. He will be back soon. Condolences once again, brother. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to Dark Mufasa. Thank you guys for being here. And until next week, guys, go get your books. And remember that YouTube is 90.